I will tell you my story about those special socks. I've been drinking for more than 23 years alcohol. I've been very ill, almost dead, and did not want to go to a rehab center. After my brother threw me out of the house, I had to stay somewhere because my wife, my brother and my family did not allow me to stay in my own house, and I had to live on the street. I did not know how to live on the street, and I made a phone call to my buddy on my work, my colleague and my good friend, my only one friend, because if you start drinking you lose not only money but you also lose friends. I could stay in the house of my friends for 1 week and to recover a little bit, to get a little sober again. And we decided that he would bring me to the rehab center in some place in Holland. It was my second rehab center because after the first one, 4 weeks detox, within 1 minute after I left the detox, I was drinking again after a sobriety of 4 weeks. So I wanted to go to another rehab center, and the colleague should bring me after that. The week I was stayed at his home. During that week, the wife of my colleague told me that her husband wear, when he was marrying, 2 different socks. So when he was kneeling in the church for the priest, she saw that he was wearing 2 different socks. And I remembered that very good. So my friend, that colleague, took me to the rehab center to be sure I would enter the door of the rehab center. So he brought me to the door and said, from now on, it's your turn and you have to do it yourself. He was still one of my few friends. I had 4 friends in Holland, 3 alcoholists or junks, and that colleague that wasn't a drunk, not an alcoholist. His name is Jaap, it's a very Dutch name. He died last year, February 6th, and I stood next to his bed when he was dying. I heard his last breath and he went away. At that moment, I decided for myself to wear every day 2 different socks in respect to my buddy, my colleague and my friend and his wife, who took care of me after my wife and my brother threw me out of the house. And also to think every day, at least twice in the morning and in the evening, never drink again. So I think, Jaap, thank you very much. That's the story about my socks. I'm not mad because some people wear different socks, but there's a very good reason for why I wear those different socks. And I'm very thankful to my buddy, Jaap. No, again, thank you very much, Jaap.